So today, as I mentioned, we will discuss about all the main functionalities, all the main manipulation operations of a website. So for that reason, first of all, we have to execute our web server. When it is green, it is online. So you have to visit the page, the panel of server configuration. From here you can select my PHP admin. So a new page will open in front of you asking about the password and the username. So as in the previous lecture, I mentioned that during the time of setup installation, we didn't provide any username or a password. So just provide the word root. Root is a master account, there is no password. If you want to set a password, so inside the panel from here you can set a password. Clear? But I am not having any password, so that's why I will be just logging through without a password. So for creating a database, I have to click here on the database panel. So when you click on the databases, so it is asking from you for to create a connection for a new database. So I'm just creating a database with the name of web, or just suggest me a name, like MBA. Suppose MBA is the name of the database. You are developing it for MBA department. Creates the database. Now the database has been created, and you can watch out the name of the database here as well. Just click on the database, so asking for you to create the very first table. So the very first table is of student table. All the operations today I will do on this student table. How many columns I need? I need 4 columns, which is related to the properties, and I need 4 columns for subjects, clear? Or 5 columns for subjects. So overall, almost I need 9 columns. Click here, and the first one will be the student ID. Second will be the name. Second one will be the student underscore name, and third is suppose email, and fourth is the phone number. Suppose phone. And suppose they have a subject with the name of accounting, so accounting underscore marks, and they have a subject with the name of management marks, and they have one more subject with the name of English composition, so English marks. Avoid the free space, okay? They have one more subject. Yeah, one is maths. Maths is compulsory. And business marks. Suppose they have these 5 subjects, okay? So I'm going to enter the name of the marks of these 5 subjects. Now, what is ID? ID is integer. What should be its length? Its length should be 3. Student name, it's not an integer. It's you can select a text or a voucher. So it will be 15. And email, it's also voucher. It contains special symbols and so on, so I'm using also 15. Phone number, integer, or you can use voucher if you are using the plus symbol, and for country code or the city code, so using here 15. Now integer, accounting marks, the length should be 2, maximum will be 99, so 2 is for all of them. Clear? 2 will be for all of them. Now, are they required or are they optional? So ID is required, student name is required, email is optional, so I'm checking this. Phone number, it is also required, or you can make it optional in some case, and marks is also required. Clear? Or you can make them optional in case if the midterm is not taken, or before the midterm you are entering a student. Clear? You are giving the admission. So here, if you are making it optional or not, but in future you have to take care of these things. Now, ID is what? It's a primary key. So I'm selecting primary key, ID is primary key, and auto increment. Automatically it will take the ID. I will not enter the ID. Clear? And let's come to the email. Email is third one. So email is unique. It means that no one can enter a same email address. So is it possible that anyone have same email address? No, it's not possible, because everyone have a separate email address. So this constraint is applied in the server of Yahoo and Gmail and the MSN and Windows Live and these all the messengers. When you are signing up, you are creating any ID online. So if that name is not available, so it gives you error. It says that this name is already taken. You have a suggestion, you can take these names. You get it? So this attribute is, this constraint is already applied on those servers. So I'm also applying it here, that no one can enter a duplicate ID. So, and the rest of that is fine. Clear? If you want to provide any comments on any of the column, why you created, what is the benefit, etc., etc., and you can. Clear? So now this is my table. Save it, and I got the table. Look at here, student. Now I'm working in the local host. Name of the database is MBA, and name of the table is a student. So under the MBA database here, I have a student table. Clear? You get it? So if you click on the student table, so the structure is visible here. Under the structure tab, all the structure is visible, all the domain and the size of the domain, all the constraints. If you want to drop a constraint or if you want to add a constraint, clear? You can both do it. If you want to apply any constraint directly, so you can use it here. No need to drop the table again. Just like in SQL, we write alter command, alter table, and then all the instruction. And if you want to add any column, so in the previously some students asked that if I want to add a column after creating a table, so suppose I want to add 2 more columns, so it is asking from me where you want to add them after the business marks, after the end of the table, if you want to add them before the student ID, or you want to enter it according to your choice. So I want to enter, suppose, after phone number. So select after and then select here phone. So when you click go, so after the phone number, 2 columns will be added. Clear? But I don't need any column because I already create all of them. So now let's come to the insert. I'm going to insert record. Most of the students make the mistake of entering all the data here, but this is pointing out the structure of the first text boxes, all the column. It is pointing out the structure of the table. It is not the area where you will enter the record. Clear? This is the area where you will enter the record. Clear? So remember, not here. This is showing the structure and all the things. You have to enter it here and leave the ID null because ID is auto incremented. So name is Ali, and his email is Ali this. His phone number is +9378 something. So that's why I use the virtual, because I'm using the plus symbol. And his accounting marks is suppose 91, and management marks is 87. His English is having 75 marks. In maths he got 69, and in business he got 90. Clear? So second record, I'm entering the second record. Second record is and his email is this. His phone number is +9378 this, and his accounting marks is 89. Management is 91. English is 84. Maths is 89, and business marks are 79. Clear? So now these are the two records. You get it? These are the two records. So now by default it is giving you the advantage of entering just two records at a time. Clear? If you want to enter more than two records, so we have here continue insertion with this. So if you select 5, you will get 5 empty rows. Clear? Suppose if I want to continue insertion with 2, I want to select 5. So look at here, I got 3 more empty records. Clear? If you select 40, so you will get 40 empty rows. And if you enter all the 40 rows, you will get 80 and 60 and so on. You get it? You are getting my point. But by default, 2 is okay. Clear? 2 is okay. Or I will enter some more records after this. Now after saving the record, where you want to go? Insert new row, another new row, or you want to go back to the previous page? I say that after saving, insert new row, so click on go. So look at here. This record, these two records are stored, and now again the column is open in front of me to insert new records. Clear? So we will watch out that whether the records are saved or not. So under the table, look at here. The record of these guys is stored. Clear? Their record is stored. So I want to insert 2 more records. So suppose this. So Javed, don't note the number, it's fake. Okay, 91. 93 and clear? Because I hear that girls are more talented, but during the exam invigilation, the definition becomes wrong. Okay, so student name. Suppose there is one more student. Just suggest me a name. Javed. Okay, Javed is a student. Javed. We are not going to give you an Oscar. Suppose this is Javed number. So Javed got 60, 61, 63. His maths is very bad. And okay, 39. So okay, keep quiet. So save the record. Now the record of these two students is already saved. So look at here, these 4 records. Now let's come to the connection side. That are just some records. Now open the Dreamweaver, and I need one new site. Clear? So with the name of same database. So come to the Windows. Come to the site, and from site select a new site. So remember, what was the name of your database? It was MBA. Clear? The name of your database was MBA. So you have to create the site with the same name. So now where is the directory where this folder should be, where all the connection string will automatically be created? Click on the browse folder, go to the WAMP directory. Under the WAMP directory, wherever you install it, www, and create a new folder with the name of same database. Select it and okay. Clear? Now this was the first step. Site name should be same, and the directory is will be inside the van www and the same name of the site as well as the database. Now let's come to the server. Click on the plus symbol and a new window will open in front of you asking for basic setting. I'm giving the name localhost to the server name. You can use any name, but I'm using localhost. FTP file transfer protocol. Are you working in a remote environment? No. No. Where is the server folder where this files should be copied? The files should be copied in the same directory where you created the folder. Select it. Now all the files, all the connection string will be automatically created here. Now when you are executing it in the Google Chrome, in the Firefox, whatever browser you are using, what should be the URL? So it should be this one and / name of the folder. Clear? And that's it. Come to the advanced, and from advanced, what server model you are creating? So I'm creating PHP and connection with MySQL. Clear? That's all. So these are the all settings. Save it and uncheck remote, check the testing. Save it and your site is created. Clear? Look at here. Your website is created. Now I have to create a new file from here. So new PHP file, empty PHP file. Create a new empty PHP file. Here I will create my connection string. Clear? If the database and binding options are not available to you, these options, database and binding options, if they are not available, so go to the Windows option, and from the Windows you can select the database. So then this option will appear here in front of you. So it is asking from you to create these 3 steps which I already created. Let me show. So it is asking to create a site. So I already create a site. That's okay. Then it is asking to create a new type of folder. So I already select recently the file which is the white background. This is a PHP file. So I already create a file. So that step is okay. The third step is to create a testing server. So I already set the server settings. So they both are ticked. It means that the server is fine. Now it's time to create the connection with the database. Clear? So MySQL connection. Click on it. A new window is open in front of you, which is asking from you the name of the connection. So I'm using CN. You can use any name. What is the name of your server? Localhost. Don't use any other name here. Localhost is the name. What is the name of the user? Root. Was there any password? No, there was no any password. If there was any password, provide it here. Select. Look at here. All the databases are appeared here. So my database name was MBA. Clear? I select the MBA, OK, and test. So connection was made successfully. Connection is created successfully. Click on OK. So look at here. You get the connection here under this. Clear? You get the connection here. You got all the tables of the database. If you have more than one table, so you will get all of them. Clear? So now that was the first step. The second step is to create the binding. Clear? I'm going to create an insert form. New form, and that is for insert. Create. Clear? So on the insert form, I have to follow all these steps. So I already worked in these 3 steps, so there is no need. If you want to check, you can check it. So I already created all of these 3 steps. Clear? Now what is binding? Binding is actually the query by wizard. Later on I will show you writing the query manually in the code. But this is query by wizard. Select here and record set query. Click on it. Now what is the name of your this query? So this is for insert record. I'm just giving it the name of insert record query. Clear? This is the name. What is the name of connection which you recently created? Okay. Table student. Do you want to select all of them? Yes, I want to select all of them. You want to apply any ascending or descending order? Yes, it should be in ascending. Test. So look at here. They all will be in ascending order. So it means that the data has been retrieved from the database and I'm watching it here in the window. Click on OK. You get it. Now the binding is created. You have to create an insertion form. Now I'm creating an insertion form. So let me reduce this. For creating an insertion form, go to the insert menu. From the insert menu, you will find out data objects. Under the data objects, there is a column, there is a menu, insert record, and insert record form wizard, record insertion form wizard. Click on it, a new window will appear in front of you. Now this window is asking from you some of the details to look at. What should be the name of the connection? The name of the connection is CN, which I already create on the website. If you have more than one tables, they all will be appeared under this drop down list. So in which table you want to insert the data? In student table. And where you want to go after inserting a record. So here I have to create one more new PHP file. Clear? So this PHP file, create a new PHP file. So this is the third PHP file. Save it. And save it under the MBA database with the name of display. Clear? This is the name display. Save it. And now let's come back to the insert form. Clear? Save it, and I'm saving this with the name of insert. Insert. Clear? So now I have two forms, insert and display. So on the insert form, repeat the same procedure, continue the same procedure, insert record, record insertion form wizard. Select this one, and now you will get the tables here and the connection name. Click on browse button and connect it with the display form, that when I insert the record, show me a display form. Clear? So select it. When you press the insert button, so when the record will be saved, you will be directed to the insert form. Now which columns you want to see? So you can select all of them or according to your choice as well, and you can change their names as well. So student ID, student name, email, phone, accounting marks, and all of them. Clear? So from their labels, just remove the underscores. They are just names, okay? These names will be appeared on the website. I'm not changing the actual columns. They are same. Look at here. They are same. I'm just changing the headings. Clear? And you can select any other procedure as well, that how the data should be submitted and all of these things. Okay. So now look at here. You get a insertion form. Clear? This is an insertion form. Now, for bringing some changes, select this one, and I'm changing the size. Select the table, okay? The table is selected. What should be the width of the table? The width of the table should be 600, and cell padding should be 3, and cell spacing should be 3. Clear? Now just right click here and go to the table and find out insert row. Insert a row. A new row is inserted, and select these two columns. When you select it, and you will find out an option merge here. Select the merge. So now that becomes one column. Right here, insert form. Clear? And I'm going to apply some styles on this column. So select it, and I'm changing the background color of this to gray one. So select the text, make it bold, and it is a redefined tag. For designing, definitely you need the CSS and the HTML. So it is a redefined tag. Okay, so now it become bold. Align it in the center, and change the background color to gray one and increase the size of this a little bit. Change it to 24. Clear? So now that is changed. Save it, and now let's come to the insertion record. Clear? I saved it and now execute it in the browser. So localhost /8080 / name of the folder MBA / insert form .php. So look at here, that form is now here to insert the record of student. So I'm entering the record of a student. I'm not providing the ID, that is automatic, so you can remove that as well. So student name is name. Phone number is this. Accounting marks are 89, 91, 86 and 85. Clear? Insert the record. Okay, look at here, when you insert the record, so now you are on the display page, but we didn't create any settings on the display page, so that's why. And the record is actually inserted, so we want to display it on the display page. So look at here, go to the table. Under the table, look at here, the record of name is inserted, but we have to display this record at the same time in the browser. So I'm writing here, now I have to work on the display page. So insert form task is finished. Let's come to the display page. So on the display page, you have to create the binding. Clear? You have to write the query for display. Definitely, like in Oracle or in SQL, if you are performing any task, so for every task there is a query. So binding is a query by wizard. Select static from student, so you are displaying all the record. Insert into student, where values are this. Update, delete. So for different tasks, different query. Now I have to just watch it. So for that I have to create a binding on this page as well. All the settings are already done. So just click and record set query. What is the name of the query? So that is the student display, whatever name you're using. What you want to display? I want to display all of the things, all of roll number, marks, email, and each and everything. Clear? And they should be in ascending order, like from smaller till the greater student ID. Test it. So your records will be displayed like this in the table in the browser. If you select descending, so then they will be displayed in reverse order. So I want to display them in ascending order and test. So now they will be in ascending and okay. So now the query is ready. The query is fine. Let's come to the display option. So go to the insert column. From the insert column, you will find out data objects. From the data objects, go to the dynamic data. And from the dynamic data, select the dynamic table. Clear? Watch out again. From insert, go to the data objects. From the data objects, you will find out dynamic data menu. Under the dynamic data menu, go to the dynamic table. Select on it, and it is asking from you, what is the name of your query? So if you remember, I already create a query with the name of student display. How many rows at a time you want to display in the web browser? If you write here 100 or whatever, but I want to see all of the records of the student table. If there are 10 million, 10,000, whatever, you can just restrict it. What should be the border? The border should be 0. Clear? What is the border of the table? So it should be 0. There should be no border. Clear? Or you can select it 1, 2, and according to your choice. What should be the cells padding? I'm using here 2. And what should be the cell spacing? So it should be 2 as well. And select OK. So look at here. You get the dynamic table here. The dynamic table here. Save it and let me show you how it will look like. Just I save it. I didn't perform any settings. I will do it. Save them and go to the display and refresh it. So look at here. You get all the things here. All the record is displayed, but make it some proper, make it accurate. So going back here, and in this table, insert a row. Insert row, and selecting all of these top columns and merge it. Writing here student transcript. Clear? This is student transcript, and I want to change the size of this, so 18. So for that you have to redefine this tag. So redefine this tag and OK. So now the size is changed to 18. It should be bold, and the background color should be gray. Clear? So look at here. Let me reduce this here. I think it's visible. So select this and it should be aligned in center. So now it is centrally aligned, and its size should be 18, or you can increase it a little bit. Clear? So this should be the size, and you can change these headings as well. Clear? So I'm changing this one. Student ID, or I'm just using the ID, and student name, email, phone numbers, and writing here accounting marks, and management marks, English marks, and maths and business marks. Clear? Save it and also give them some color as well. So select all of them. Also make them some and use a background color. So I'm using a gray one, or a light gray one. Clear? Save it, and now we will see how it looks like. So now it has taken a shape of a transcript. Clear? It has taken a shape of a transcript. Now I'm going to include. So now the student transcript is ready. So I want to add some things here in the transcript. Clear? I want to add some things here in the transcript, and as you are watching in the table, so I have very less area in the browser. So I have to reduce the names of these last 5 columns. So I will get an extra area here to create save, update, and the calculated columns. So for that, let's come back to the code. And in the code, I'm removing this. Okay, I'm removing phone. You can remove the phone, and first of all we will remove these headings and we will check that what happens. We need some space there. Try to use the short and meaningful names, so you will get some space. Save it, and now we will check. So now I got area. Okay, so now I will create some calculated columns here and save and update and delete. Clear? So You can also add it like full names. So then you will get a scroll bar on bottom of your browser. Then you have to go like this. But I want just it within the browser, so that's why. Now let's come to here, and I need some columns here. So click here, go to the table and find out insert column. Insert one column. So look at here, one column is inserted. I need 4 columns. One is to calculate the total, the percentage, the grade, and scholarship. Clear? 4 columns. So table, insert column, second column. The shortcut is this one, Control Shift A. So Control Shift and A. Clear? So I got 4 columns here. So shift these marks here and select this and drag it here. You get it? So now what first column will do? Total. What the second column will do? Percentage. What the third column will do? Grade. And what the fourth column will do? Scholarship. Clear? I'm writing some text here, okay? Save it. And now look at it in the browser. So look at here. It's here now with me. So now the loop is working for every record. I have to write the code, the PHP script now behind these table boxes. So then automatically it will create it for me, calculate it for me. So now let's come back to the code. And first of all, I have to create the total. So select this text and go to the code mode. So look at here, this text is selected here. Here I have to write my script. So I'm writing my script. PHP. Clear? Inside here I have to write my script. So now select this one till this point. Clear? Not the semicolon. Copy it, come here, create a variable with the name of total. What is total? Total is equal to this. Yes. Copy it. Where is this? Copy this and paste it here. Clear? Then put a plus symbol and copy the second marks. Come here and paste it here. Clear? Then put a plus symbol, the third marks, paste it here, plus symbol. I'm breaking the code so you will understand that. I'm breaking the code, okay? English marks, and after that write the mathematics. Then the plus symbol, and at the last write the business marks. Clear? And put a semicolon. So now your code is fine, and remove this one. Now your code is fine, and after that echo what? Total. Save it and now check the results. You get the total of each and everyone's marks. Clear? In the transcript. The second is I have to calculate the percentage. So for calculating the percentage, go back to the code, and if you don't know where to write the code for percentage, so go to the design and select this text under the percentage. Go back to the code and look at here. Here you have to write all of your percentage code. So writing it under the PHP, for percentage I'm creating a variable percent, which is equal to now total marks divided by 500. Every subject marks is out of 100, and multiply it with 100. Clear? So percentage will be this one, and after that echo percent and concatenate it with the percent symbol. Clear? Save it and look at here. You got all the percentages here. Okay, now we have to work on the grade. Then what's your grade? What should be your grade? Come to the code. If you don't know the area, I know this is for grade. If you don't know, then go back here and select this code, and now come back to the code. So now it is identifying that here you have to write the code for the grade. So what is the code for the grade? It should be all under the PHP script. So under the PHP script, I have to write if, clear? What if the percentage is greater than or equal to 90, and you can use this AND word, or you can use this AND, or if the percentage is less than or equal to 100. So what should be your grade? Your grade should be A. Else if I'm just copying this, okay, so it will save time. Else clear? Okay, so if your marks are greater than 80 and less than or equal to 89, so your grade will be B. If your marks are greater than 70 and less than 89, so your grade will be C. If it is greater than 60 and less than 69, 69, so your grade will be D. And if your percentage is greater than equal to 1, and if it is less than or equal to 59, so you got F grade, clear? And else, second one, okay, 17, clear? And the last else, okay, your grade is E, and the last one is or we will remove this if, okay, we will remove this, so this will be the last else part. Save it, and now we will check that what are the grades. Clear? So these are the calculated grades, and the last condition, that is just for the scholarship, just for the scholarship. So let's come to the code. Let's come to the code, and in the code under the scholarship write PHP, and if you can apply it on the grade or directly on the percentage. So I'm applying it on the percentage, that if your percentage is greater than or equal to 90 or and less than, if your percentage is less than or equal to 100, so you got 100% scholarship. Clear? Else if your percentage is greater than or equal to 80 and it's less than or equal to 89, so you got 50%. And else if, just copy this to save the time, and if your percentage is 70 and it's less than 79, so suppose you got 20%, else the last else clear? Now save it and we will check. So E, these guys got 0% scholarship. Okay, for E grade we didn't define. Clear? So you can also define it for the E grade. So else if the percentage is greater than 60 and less than 69, so suppose you got 5% scholarship and the last else is, sorry, it's eco, and the last else is eco 0%. Save it. Is it clear? So that's how the transcript is complete. So now after this we will work on the save and update buttons just in front of this transcript. We have created a transcript, and in that transcript there was total marks, percentage, grade and scholarships were calculated. Clear? Automatically, dynamically. Now I'm going to insert a record. So suppose I'm going to insert a record for Taula, and his email is this, and his phone number is something like this. His marks are 86, 75. And when you insert the record, so look at here, the record of Ataullah is inserted, and as well as the percentage and the scholarship and the grade and the total, they all are just calculated at the runtime. Now I need to update, I need a form for update and delete as well. So before going to the update and delete, we have to work on the display table. So go to the design mode, and in the design mode near the scholarship, right click table, insert a column. Clear? This is one column, and I need one more column here. Insert a column, two columns. So shifting this here, so, and the code for this will be shifted here. Clear? save it. And so that's same, just I increased 2 columns. I increased 2 columns here, clear? One is for update and one is for delete. So for update, I'm writing here, this one is for update and this one is for delete, clear? So save it. And one more thing, I will give you 2 images. If you have any other image with yourself, so you can use it. So I need some images. Click here on the image on the update section and go to the insert. From the insert, image, insert an image. So the folder, the website which you create with the name of MBA, it didn't contain any image. So I will provide you in the lecture so you can practice it at home. So before working with the images, I have to pick the images. Look at here, these 2 images, delete and edit. So copy it and paste it in the website folder. So website is in the WAMP and the website is MBA, clear? So now I got the images in the website. So select this, go to the insert and insert image. So now you got the images here. So this is for edit, select it and click OK. So you want to provide any alternate text to this image? No, I don't want to provide any alternate text to provide any alternate text. So if you want, so you can provide. No. Okay, so you got the image here. You can change its height and width according to the box if you want, clear? Now click here in the delete section and go to the insert, and I'm using image this time for delete. No text, okay, and also change its width according to the site. Now save it and check it here. So I got for update and for delete for all of them. Now I have to write the code behind them, and I have to connect a form behind these images, clear? So I just have to connect one form for delete and one form for update. So they both will work for all of them. Just 2 forms will work for all of them. Now select the update, clear? And before selecting the update, I need 2 more forms. So creating new form, this form is for update. So save it. I'm saving it with the name of update. And one more form, save it, new form, and save this form with the name of delete. Delete, clear? So now I got 2 forms under my website. You can watch it from here. One is the delete form and one is the update form. So select the update form, okay? Select the update form and come here to the link option. You are watching here a link. Click on this point to the files option, clear? Where is the update? This is the update form. So select it and drag it to the update. So now this image is connected to the update. Now select the delete one and select this pointer. Where is the delete form? Delete form is here. Select the pointer and connect it with the delete. So now this is connected with the delete. Save it and I will show you. Save. So look at here, refresh it. Now when you press on update, so look at here, now you are redirected to the update. And when you will click the delete, so you are redirected to the delete. But there is nothing, so we have to work on these 2 forms as well. Before going to that, remember what was the name of our student columns, okay? Login and in the MBA database under the student column, in the student table, the name was student_id. I'm using the same name, remember. So click on the update button, update image. This is the delete, select the update one. And after this, write where student underscore ID is equal. Clear? Where question mark is used for where. You will shortly know the purpose of them. And for delete also, where the student underscore ID is equal. Save. Where the student underscore ID is equal to this. Clear? You get it? You have to write where the student underscore ID, the name of the student ID column, because on the basis of ID I will update and delete. Clear? So now that's it. Save it. Let's come to the first of all delete, the delete section. For delete section, we have to work on the delete form. So go to the insert. For delete, there is no need of creating the binding. We are not picking the data. Just directly the delete query will work. Delete from student where student ID is this. So just go to the data objects. Here you will find out delete record. When you press on delete record, so look at here. You are deleting on the base of what? URL parameter. The parameter which I wrote there, where student underscore ID. Clear? I will select the ID, so that ID will be passed to this delete query. So not primary key value. I'm deleting it on the URL parameter. So what is the name of your student attribute? Student underscore ID. This is the name. Clear? What is the name of connection? See in from which table you are deleting from the student. Which one is the primary key? Student ID. Clear? You will be deleting on the base of what? On the base of URL parameter. You can select cookie, server variable, form variables, and advanced thing. Later on, with the passage of time, you can work in that and your professional experience. So this time I'm deleting it with the help of URL parameter, the student ID. Clear? Now, where you want to go after deleting the record. So again, I want to go to the display one. So again, I want to go to the display. You get it? On the base of the URL parameter, which will be your value, that will be sent here to the to your form, and then the delete will work on the value which will be received, like in front of last record. So it's ID 7. So you are working in the web browser environment. When you press the delete, so 7 key will be sent to the delete query. That's why I wrote there where student ID is equal to the value which you receive from the URL parameter. Clear? Click on OK. Clear? So now that form is ready. There will be not a form or anything on this. The query is generated. The query is working behind this form. Clear? Now let's come back to the code. Something is missing. This will not work. Let me show you. Save it and let's come here. Refresh it and look at here. I want to delete the record. So this is not working. Why? Because look at here on the top. Look at here. I wrote here, delete the record when you will get the student ID. So student ID was not actually received because behind the picture the code is missing. Clear? The complete code is missing. From where it will get the ID? I said that look at here. The ID for name is 5. So in front of name I want to delete this record, but it didn't receive any ID. So I have to go back and work on the picture. So go back and select the picture, the delete picture, okay? Display page, select the delete picture and go to the code mode. Clear? Go to the code mode. So look at here. This is the code for delete image. Now in front of here, if you remember, I connect it with the delete page. Then I wrote where student ID is equal to. So from where it will get the student ID. So on the top, look at here. On the top you will find out this one. This one, okay? On the top you will find out this one, student ID. select all of it. So from here it will take the student ID, and in front of this, look at here, in front of this, paste it here. Clear? Save it, and now we will check. Okay, sorry. In front of delete. Clear? And save it. Now we will check it. Refresh it. I want to delete the record of Ataullah. So record of Ataullah is deleted, but it didn't ask from me. So I have to write a little bit script as well for before asking you want to delete it or not. So now come back to the code, and here after this image, okay, in the image I'm working on the delete image. So after the image I have to write that image click event on click. Clear? That when you will press the click, what should be there? So what you want, I want that return confirm. Clear? If I receive a confirm yes, then delete it. So this will be happen on the on click event. That is a little bit script. So what message should be displayed? The message should be do you want to delete this record? Clear? Do you want to delete this record? So this will be displayed. Clear? You get it? Save it, and now we will check it. Refresh. So look at here. Do you want to delete this record? If you press cancel, so confirm is not received. Do you want to delete this record? Yes. So record is deleted. Clear? So our delete section is complete. Now let's come to the edit one. Because on edit form, there is nothing. So let's come back to the edit. So go to the display design mode and select the update. Clear? Update. If you want to write the code first, so that is up to you. If you want to write it after, so first of all go to the update form, and for update we need to create a binding, because update will work on a form. It is not like a delete. Delete will directly delete it before asking that what you want to delete and what you don't want to delete. Delete will delete all the records. So we don't need a form or a binding for delete, but we need a form and a binding for update, which will retrieve the record, update it, and save it back. So for this purpose, I have to create a binding. So all the steps are already done. You don't need to repeat it again and again. They are just performed once. Just we have to write the query for every specific task. So record set query. Now this will be for student update. Just the name is student update. All the attributes should be selected. Clear? All the attributes should be selected. That I can see the ID, I can see the name, each and everything. The one which I want to update, then I will modify and press the save button. So now filter. All of the things should not be displayed. I will not be updating all the records. I will be just picking one record at a time. So filter, pick it by student ID. So URL parameter, the value which I provide there, where a question mark student underscore ID is equal to. Clear? So the one which I press the click, so that ID will be sent to the insert form. So insert form will pick that record from the database. Clear? So where student ID is equal to the URL parameter, the one which you press in the web browser, so it will be received to the student ID and database will pick that record. Now look at here, test it. So it is asking from you a value. So I have record number 2. So look at here, record number 2 is displayed. So test it. I have record number 4. So record number 4 is displayed. Clear? So that's how it works. If you didn't select this one, filter. So look, all of the things are displayed. So how can you edit all of the records in just one insertion form, update form? It's not possible. So we will use student ID as a URL parameter. Okay, select the URL parameter. Test. So look at it. Just one record is retrieved. And okay. So now this query is for update, student update query. Now let's come here and insert form. Under the insert category, select the data objects. From the data objects, you will find out here update, and update record update form wizard. Click on it. So a new window, this form is for update. Clear? This form is for update. What is the name of the connection? Say in table name student. Which query you are using? Student update query. Clear? Which one is the unique column? Student ID is the primary key, so it is unique column. Where you want to go back after update? I again want to go back to the transcript, to the display page. So select display and press OK. Clear? All the columns you want to select? Yes. If you want to change their names, so you can change it here. Student name and email, phone, accounting marks, and business marks. Clear? That's all. You get it? This is for update. Save it. Remember not to use insert. Look at here, record update form. This is separate. Okay, and you got update form. Look at here, ID is not changeable because in update we don't change the ID, and I told it before that unique column is ID. So if you are changing the ID, you are violating the rule of primary key, which is that it cannot be null, it cannot be duplicate. So if you mismatch the ID, there is a chance of duplication. So that's why ID is not allowed by default to change it. Now just insert a row here. Insert a row, select both of them, merge the cells and give it the name update form. Update. Clear? Select this one and change the size to 18. So redefine a tag. This is the HTML tag. So the size is changed. Make it bold and align it in the center. Clear? Select all of these and left to the right. Okay, that's not working because we already defined a style. Clear? And select this one and choose a background color, a little grayish one, and save it. Clear? So now we will see that how our update form looks like. So I'm writing here just for update form to see the update form. So look at here, this is how our update form will look like. ID will not be updatable. The rest of the things can be updatable. Clear? So now update form is complete, but it will not work. Look at here. Let me reduce this. Update form is complete. Look at here. I select here, but the same problem. You didn't receive the ID. You select the record, but that ID was not sent it to the code, and that record has not retrieved from the database. So same problem. So go back to the code and go to the display page and select the update image. Clear? This is delete, this is update. So select the update and go to the code mode, and under the code mode, as I defined, go on top, select this all code for student and come back, paste it in front of the update. Clear? Inside this bracket. Save it, and now we will see. So I want to update the record of Javed. Suppose the spellings of Javed is wrong. So click here. So look at here. I got the record of Javed. So suppose the spellings were wrong, so it's like this, and update. So look at here. Now the Javed record is updated. Is it clear? If I want to delete, so it is asking, do you want to delete the record? No, I don't want to delete the record. Clear? Now I will connect all of them on the same, on a form. Clear? So if you remember, I created a form in the start of the website, untitled. So click here and insert a table. I'm inserting a table. This is the very first form which I created in the start. So insert a table. This table should contain 2 rows or 3 rows, no problem. And border thickness should be 2. Cells padding 2, and cell spacing should be 2. Clear? You can provide any caption or any summary that main operations, and any summary if it have, so you can provide. And columns, I'm providing 2 columns. 2 columns. Clear? Okay. So look at here. The form name is main operations, and it contains 3 rows and 2 columns. I want to delete this. So from table and delete row, and merge these 2. Clear? Change the define a tag, and okay. Let me reduce the size here if it is visible, because then I can see it properly. Okay, align the table, select the table, and align it in the center. So table is aligned in the center, and main caption is main operations. MBA database. I'm giving it the name of MBA database. Define a style for it. Okay, and align it in the center, changing its size to 24. Background color is this, and text color is black or whatever color you want to select. Black is okay. Clear? And here I'm writing insert new record, display students transcript. Clear? So these will be the 2 operations. Now select this. Clear? Select this and connect it with the select this one and connect it with the go to the HTML, and we will link this text to the which one? To the insert. Let me find out. Okay, if it is not available, so then find out the insert and point out and connect it with the insert. So look at here, now it becomes a hyperlink. Student display transcripts. So come here and connect it with the display. Clear? So now it is connected. Change the size of this a little bit. clear, and clear, save it, and I'm giving it the name of home page. Save, and now when you will execute your website, so I'm writing here localhost, what was the name of the website? MBA slash, that is home page, okay, .php. So now these are the two operations. You want to insert the new record, or you want to display student transcript. If you want to insert the record, so click here, insert, and on the insert form, coming back here, go to the insert form, and here in the insert form, here I am writing like home page, clear, select it, go to the HTML and connect it to the home page, clear, and also go to the display, and in the display, after the transcript, make sure that it is not in the code, okay. Yes, create a paragraph here, and outside the table, okay. So I'm creating a paragraph, and inside that paragraph I'm writing home page. Save it. So you got a home page here, and select this home page and link it with the home, clear. Now save it, and now come to the website. So back, refresh it. If you insert a record, where is the home page? Yes. If you insert a record, so okay, if you want to perform update or delete function, you can. If you want to go back to the home page, so you are redirected to the home page. Home page is missing here. I think we wrote it in the table. Go back to the code and cut it. Go to the split and make sure to write it, yeah, outside the form. So outside the form, create a paragraph. Save it. So you got home page here. Select this one and link it with the home. Save it. So you got home page, clear. So click here, so you can go back if you want to display student transcript, and you can go back. Is it clear? So today we almost create a website. Almost not, definitely we create a website which contains the insert function. You can insert a new record, like I'm going to insert a record of and email is @ phone number is this, and accounting marks are 89, it's 91, English marks are 79, 78, maths is 75, and business is 90. Clear? Insert a record. So look at here, record of student Sodaba is insert, and all the percentage, all the total marks, grade and scholarship is there. If you insert it by mistake, so you can edit it. If something is wrong, you can edit it. If you want to delete it, so before delete it will ask from you whether you want to delete it or not. No. If you want to update, so you can update it. Clear? And if suppose you don't want to update it, so go to the update form and go to the code mode, and after the form, in the paragraph also write here, write transcript. Write here transcript. Clear? You will get a transcript here. So select this transcript and connect it with the display page. So connect it with the display page, save it, and now see. If you want to edit, so you can edit. If you don't want to, you can go back to the transcript. Is it clear? So now this is your complete website having main functions of a database. If you want to go back to the home page, so this one, if you want to insert a new record, you don't want, if you want to display a record, and you can edit and delete, and if you want to go back, so you can. Is it clear? So